Football's about passion. It's a way of life. It gets you up on the morning. It's magnificent. It's fantastic. What a sport. What a sport. It's a way of life. It's a way of life.
This is Dynamite Soccer 98 on the Sony PlayStation. A Japan-only release, I think. I'm assuming that's the case. I've tried looking around the wiki for information on this game, or the internet in general. I can't find much, guys. So, again, I'm assuming this is only a Japan exclusive, or exclusive to Japan, I should say. Let's get the maximum amount of teams here in this tournament. So yeah, the PS1. I don't remember this game, I must admit. This has been sitting in my collection for a while now, and I'm trying to get through some of these more obscure Japanese footy games. I mean, they're obscure to us, of course, because we didn't get them. Oh really? This is a long-winded way of getting a tournament started. Yeah. So, as always, guys, I want you to let me know if you remember this game, if you've played this game. Because, yeah, I don't remember it at all. But there are so many games that I need to look at still, footy games. Like retro football, we must have covered, I want to say, well over 100 by now on the channel. We've still got hundreds to go. I have a list of footy games. We will get through them all, somehow. We will. Listen to that music, it's so cheesy. This looks and feels like a SNES game to me, for some reason. Which is fine, that's a good thing. Doesn't it, though? Doesn't it look quite SNES-like? Or am I on my own here? I mean, you could tell me, guys, I won't be offended. Here we go. Look at the player models! They're quite chunky. Look at these chunky sprites. Oh, I didn't mean to go that way. Oh, music while you play. This is pure arcadey. So what I do know about Dynamite Soccer is... Oh, it's circle to pass. That's just weird. There are quite a few of these games. So this is Dynamite Soccer 98. I think there's a Dynamite Soccer... I want to say 2000. There's 4 or 5 different games, basically. So I'll try and look at more of these. I quite like this straight away. This feels decent on the ball. There you go. There's pause. I'm trying to find if I can change camera. I don't think you can. Which was the case with some of these arcadey footy games, such as Super Sidekicks. I don't think you could change the camera in that. Which used to not annoy me, but I like to have that option, of course. I mean, we're very zoomed in here. Right, here we go. He does a little jump. Very Super Sidekicks as well, that. The little hop. Okay. Oh. So it's doing that thing which a lot of developers tried around this era of footy games, and that is make the ball a separate entity. You can run away like that. You can run away from the ball in this. It's quite tricky. The ball isn't glued to your feet in this, guys, even though it is an arcadey footy game. I like this. Okay, so the keeper, you can't run him past that invisible line, if you like. He automatically just kicks it by the looks of things. Oh no! Hey, Spain, what are they doing? They just blast it wide. Yeah, I like this. This feels okay to play, guys. But is it going to be one of those ridiculously difficult Japanese football games? Because I have found with all of the video games I've played over the decades, a lot of the time Japanese games can be a lot harder than the Western audience would like. I mean, a good example of that was Mario Lost Levels, or their version of Mario Bros 2. Like, the Japanese gamers essentially prefer harder games. The Dark Souls games are obviously developed by Japanese developer. This... And there was other examples I had in my head, but I've just forgot them already. Because the Western audience, I mean, they do questionnaires of that kind of thing, don't they, developers? Or they do marketing research. So there's obviously, the numbers don't lie. Us lot in the West prefer to have options to turn the difficulty down. I'm not one of those people. I'm fine with like Grand Theft Auto. There's no difficulty in the story. You just play. Some of the missions are damn hard. Some are a breeze. I like that about it. It felt more organic to me. I don't need difficulty levels. But with that said, it does come in handy in a footy game like this. I would probably slide this down one notch. This feels ridiculously difficult. This does. Oh, I'm seeing some nice stuff here, I've got to say. Some nice animations. It's pure arcade, though. It's pure arcade, this. Right, let's defend this. Ooh. Yeah, you can really get some curl on the ball in this. Some drastic aftertouch. I don't know what shoot is. I'm assuming it's going to be X, which is like this long punt, basically. I didn't mean to do that. I don't like pass being mapped to the circle button on the PlayStation controller, which would be cross, of course, in PES and shoot in FIFA. Feels weird being short pass. I would have loved this back in the day. I would definitely, if we had a version of this, I would definitely have picked this up. I don't think it's a case of one of those games where we did get a European or an American version and it was just called something else, which was a thing with a lot of footy games. Like, I think a good example of that was we had Super Copper, didn't we? Which is one of the rarest footy games of all time, apparently, for collectors on the SNES. But I think our version of that was called Tony Meola's International Soccer, I want to say, which I have featured, or we have featured, Dave and I, on the channel. Tony Meola, the famous goalkeeper who played for Brighton a total number of 2 times. But yeah, they did that, didn't they? So don't know if there might be a version of this that we had in Europe. I don't think there is. I've searched my channel before making this. There is no sign of this game. I haven't played it before. Oh, someone's injured. Someone's injured on the CPU team there. And they were struggling to get off the floor. That's quite ahead of its time. Especially for an arcadey footy game. There's a nice weight to everything, and there's a nice pace to everything. I don't like the camera, though. I'm too close. Okay. Sometimes I like this change of pace. When I say change of pace, sometimes I like to just play an arcadey footy game and have a break from the more serious games. I'm the same with racers. Sometimes I'll just be like, I've played too much Forza 7 of late. I want to play some Ridge Racer for an hour, you know? And it's the case here with the footy games. And this is a good arcade footy game. I mean, it's not perfect. Far from it. Uh-oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty to Spain. So you press square on the PS5 controller, in my case, to put a foot in. Right, let's go left. Ah. Go! I mean, this is just like the music, the speech when you score. It's so in your face and arcadey. I love it. I'm going to go back to the point I always make, but Japanese developers are my favorite developers. Like the Japanese publications or development teams that we've had over the decades. Konami, From Software, just so many. Capcom, are they Japanese? I want to say they are. Or they American. But just so many good video games made by very talented Japanese teams. They're just, in my opinion, the best at it. No one's ever come near. When it comes, especially when it comes to sport games, for me. Because FIFA was never developed by any Japanese teams, was it? It was always Canadian, I want to say. The Canadian arm or branch of EA Sports. But yeah, these guys, they knew what they were doing, didn't they? Taito, they were Japanese, weren't they? They made so many good games. Data East. I used to love their games in the arcade. I don't know if they were Japanese. They might be American. I'm sure you guys will let me know. I want to go to Japan at some point. It's something I'm interested in. I'm not big on anime or anything like that. Like, anyone who's a regular to our Discord, come and join the Discord, by the way. Send me a friend request on there. My username is Chorizo Machine, all lowercase. No spaces. But yeah, everyone on there knows I do not like anime. I'm not well, I am a little bit anti-anime. I just think it's ridiculous. Each to their own, guys. I respect you guys who like it, okay? But I have an interest in Japanese culture for sure, and like I say, I wouldn't mind visiting one day just to look at the beautiful scenery. And yeah. Anyway, Bergamp. Oh, it's supposed to be Dennis Bergamp. Would that have been Bergamp around this time? 1998? Yeah, I think it would have been. No, I don't know, actually. Was he playing Holland 98? I don't know. Oh. Yeah, this is... I'm not going to say this is fantastic, because there's things about it that are creeping in that I'm not sure on. You can't... It's too difficult to get any rhythm going. It's just me being crap, though, I reckon. I don't like the goalkeeper mechanics where I'm not allowed to do what I want with the ball when it's at his feet. I've got to basically just leave it to the CPU to decide what he's going to do. It's 2-0. They've got a sponsor, Spain, look. International teams don't have sponsors. Oh, I like how the music changes here for the replay. This is so cool. Won't ever be as cool as the PES 2 replay music. I'm not PES 2. ISS Pro Evolution 2, I want to say. The replay music in that game is sensational. I'm in! Shoot! I've got a shot on target. That looked a bit weird, though. I'm not sure on that. I don't like how the goalkeeper kind of just caught that. It looked unnatural to me, but it is an arcadey game. Oh, I don't want to foul, you see. I don't want to give away another penalty. Out! So, whilst I got your guys' attention, the Christmas special, I've decided to bring it forward. It's ready to go. We've just made it. Christmas special will go live tomorrow as I'm recording this on Friday the 20th of December. Christmas special will go live Saturday evening, GMT, 21st of December. Dave and I, and it's a long one. And it was a lot of fun to play, guys. So, don't go anywhere tomorrow night. If you've got plans, cancel them. Leave an hour and a half. I think it's about an hour and a half. 90 minutes spare. Pour yourselves, or get yourselves some beers in, or whatever it is you drink. Get comfy. Fire up the YouTubes. And you're in for some fun. It was good. It was a good one. That's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil it. Anyway, back to this game. Right, watch. See? You can't... I actually did that kick. Because I have to do it before the CPU kicks it. You've got a timer, basically. An invisible timer, if you like. Oh. I don't know why, but the music's got the Yakuzas about it. It's making me think of Yakuza. Which, a game which I quite like, but I've never finished any of them. Yakuza 0, I used to spend a bit of time with. And I really like the story. I just don't like all the silly stuff, all the zany stuff. And it put me off finishing it. But yeah, back to anime. Hope I haven't offended anyone out there. I just can't... I can't watch anime, guys. Not as a grown man. Like, that is a very condescending thing to say, because loads of adults love anime, and that's fine. When I was younger, I watched Akira and Dominion Tank Police and quite enjoyed them. I just can't... I can't be doing with anime at my age, I guess, because... Nah, I'm taking that back. because I love stuff like Ben and Holly's Little Kingdom, which is for kids, and I watch that. I'm talking out my backside. But yeah, anime, I don't mean to offend you guys, is what I'm trying to say. You like what you like. I mean, I love mafia-related media or movies, TV series. Some of you be like, oh, all that depressing, boring stuff. What are you on about, Mike? Do you know what I mean? Everyone likes what they like. I think, for me, there have been, in my experience on the internet, too many weirdos with anime avatars. That's all I'll say. And that will offend someone out there, I'm sure. But at least I'm being honest. You guys know. I like chorizo. I don't like anime. Out! Oh! Uh-oh. How hasn't he scored? How hasn't he scored that? What's going on? Anyway. What is this game called? I don't know. Something 98. I've already forgot. Got to go to the memory clinic, get this memory of mine sorted out. I like this game a lot. It's very flawed. Extremely flawed. But it's fun. And it was interesting to take a look at it. Look out for the Christmas special tomorrow. Please watch it. It's fun. And all the other content we have planned. We're going to be live streaming again in the new year, 2025. So look out for that. Speak to you all soon.
Time over!